think a lot of backpackers will agree that one of the hardest parts of travelling is leaving everyone and everything behind. Your house, your friends and your family. Luckily for us, part of home came to see us. This was the moment we're reunited with my mum and dad, who had flown out to Nang in Thailand to spend the next couple of weeks with us. We were all so excited to experience the beauty and chaos of Thailand together. Starting off with New Year's Eve, this was an amazing experience where everyone comes together on the beach and releases a lantern. It was such a special experience to be a part of, and it was so magical to see the bright lanterns all floating off into the dark sky. And then it was time for the firework display. A few days later, it was time to head to the small but beautiful island of Koh Lanta. Here we found amazing restaurants, beautiful beaches and embarked on a boat tour adventure.
Good morning from sunny Koh Lanta. So we've been here for a couple of days now with my mum and dad.
Hello.
Hi, there they are. So today we're going on a boat trip to do all the different islands around the area and to let Tom do some snorkelling, which will be lovely. So let's see what that's like.
We met at the old town of Koh Lanta, where there is some lovely little shops, bars, cafes and restaurants. We had already explored these yesterday. They were actually on stilts above the water. But today wasn't a day for shopping, it was a day for exploring.
So we're now at the old town and we're waiting to get on one of these long-tail boats which are all lined up, ready for us. We're meant to be on a private one. I hope we end up with a private one. Nothing's been said, but I asked multiple times, so... Do you think we have to climb over and over and over?
I don't know.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning. Thank you. Unfortunately, due to Lauren and Steve not being able to put their ears underwater, it was time for Josie and myself to dive in and swim with the fish. It was a pretty nice start, but the next stop was the main attraction, Emerald Cave.
The cave is impressive, but it's what's at the other side of the cave that really blows you away.
You alright? Halfway? Alright.
So Tom and Mum followed the guide through the darkness of the cave until they finally saw some light. It opened up to a small sandy beach and steep rocky cliffs surrounded them. Imagine being the first person to discover this place.
Well, that's well worth doing, and it's not that scary, to be honest, but me and Josie have done it and it's well worth it.
It was then time for another spot of snorkelling. The unique thing about this place was that people lived on this tiny little island. This was someone's house. Must be a nightmare with all the tourists on your doorstep. But it was such a nice snorkelling spot and we saw so many different fish.
So it's just been absolutely throwing it down, but we're now at Paradise Beach and we're here for a picnic. And because it's chucked it down, we're going under the trees.
This was actually the last stop of the day, so we headed back to Koh Lanta Old Town. The crossing was pretty rough and we were all glad to be back on land.
We're going to give you a little tour of Koh Lanta. It's not that big, it's quite a quiet, chilled out island, isn't it?
It is, it's nice.
We're staying at the Ananda Hotel. The Ananda Lanta Hotel. It's alright, we're about 20-25 quid a night and it's right on the main road because, as we'll show you in a minute, Koh Lanta's basically just one big long road.
Yeah.
Then there's the beach, which is pretty much just one big long beach, and then there's the old town.
Which is pretty much just one big long old town.
It is actually.
So this is the big long road. You can get tuk-tuks or like taxis everywhere. So So we've just turned off the main road and about 50 yards is the beach.
Straight down here, no problem.
So this is a nice and chilled out part of the beach. There are people here obviously, but it's not crowded at all.
There's loads of restaurants and bars all along. So we're back in the hotel room. This is our view from the hotel. Sea view, pretty nice. But we are actually packing up because we're going early in the morning. We've got an 8 o'clock ferry to Phuket, so we'll show you that as well.
We boarded the ferry bright and early and spent our last few days together in Phuket. We mainly focused on just spending time together as we were then heading to Singapore and Australia, but we did get the chance to explore the old town of Phuket. We will never forget the past 2 weeks. We had an amazing time together and the memories we made will last forever. We feel so grateful and lucky to have spent this time together in Thailand, especially over the new year. It was so special. Thank you so much for watching and we will see you next time in Singapore.